Yes, guys, this is your host, Didier. I'm going to go through the story of ego, how you can change your life, learning it through the story of ego. This story of ego is a story which is very familiar. You might have the chance of heard it or you haven't yet heard this kind of story, but you probably learned something. I did something. I've learned something through that one. I didn't want to keep a secret. I thought it's better if I share for my friends or whoever got the opportunity to hear or to listen or to follow on the channel. If I said this story, the ego is able to live around 70 years old. 70 years old is extremely good time to live. I think it's not everybody who's able to live 70 years old, but it's very difficult for him to be able to achieve living 70 years old. How he starts the ego, and normally is supposed to live around the 4 years old, and then he has two choices as soon as he has completed 4 years old, either to die or to live another 30 years more years. In 30 years, to be able to live 30 years, it's not easy. You just need to go to the hard decision, the hard situation. You just gonna face it for the pain, which is extremely difficult. As even if he was human being, he won't even afford it. But the ego, due to he knows how it feels for him to live, how good it is, no other choice. It does go through that process. I wonder whether if the ego can decide to go through that process. What about human being? What about human being? What about you? What about me? Why can't you do something? Why can't we accept to go into pain? But why we know we're looking for something better for us to change for our life, because the ego knows how important for him to live more 30 more years old, and that's why that's why that part he won't stop. He just need to do something, everything requires it to be able to live on 30 years old. I'm saying this because I want to compare with the life or our life issues, life which we do live together. Even if for me it has happened to me recently, I had to choose my business, but it's semi difficult, but I did it without knowing what's going to happen. But likely I have survived. The things keep going on. If we come back to the bird ego, this kind of ego, how it does it, as soon as he completes 40 years old, why he has two choices, to live or die. To live, it requires many things for him. He just supposed to go to the mountain where he is supposed to live alone without any disturbance. And then he live in the city, go very far, live in the mountain, in the top of the mountain, where you need to stay, even if anything happen, it's in the area which is very safe. Nothing is gonna touch him, or because he got into a difficult process which is permit him not to move, to stay around and then sit and wait without doing many things. Even if it's about to eat, he will eat something which is very close to him. He will no longer be able to fly again. This process it lasts around 150 days, which is almost 150 days. It's almost 5 months. 5 months, he just need to understand it and then to feel the pain. What he does, as soon as he reach on the mountain when it's alone, the first thing which he does, it just took off his beak by his own. He just beat his beak against the log as his beak, because as soon as he get old, at the age of 40, his beak has been bent. It's no longer be able to eat, because as his beak grow much and then he bend, he no longer be able to. He has no capacity to open his mouth. As soon as he reaches the mountain, the first thing he does, because his beak is the only thing which he used to do everything which is required. He took off, beat his beak against the log until unless his beak removed, and then it sit and wait where another beak it will come, and then it will grow. After his beak grow, one that ego he must go to another step to prank by itself its own talons. The talons which he used to pick something to eat, it just took the talons, and then because the talons they are no longer strong, it's no longer they are extremely weak, they have grown too much. As soon as you open it, you won't catch anything. It just took off the talons and then sit and then wait to grow another talons. After that took off the talons, it had another task to do. It just needed to pick his feathers, as soon as, because it's very old, his edge feathers. He want around him to warm, he want him to fry. They are very heavy for him. He just took each single one. He took every feathers. Imagine by himself to took every feathers, and then he should wait. I told you it does last 150 days, almost 5 months. He must wait for 5 months to get new talons, to get new beak, to get new feathers. Imagine how hard it is for him. As soon as I already removed his feathers, he's no longer be able to fly. He just need to walk around, finding something to eat. Can you imagine that kind of process where the eagle he just need to go alone without anybody? He must go somewhere he will be safe. As soon as he took out his feathers, he does know that it's gonna be over down. He won't fly. Even if it becomes something, he just sit and wait. Imagine how hard it is to go if you are bad, and if you're that ego, you're going to find some better place to hide by yourself. How hard it is. That's why I'm telling you this one. I need you to change your life according to the kind of ego. If you can see the ego, how hard it is, how ego it does decide to go through the pain, because it does need something beyond of our imagination, beyond of him, because if it does that kind of process, it will help God, it will help him to live 30 more years, because it does value his time. This kind of story you just need to share with your friends. They just need to know the reality what the ego doesn't hold for them, because there are thousands of people who doesn't know this kind of story, where the ego can help us, where it can teach us to get a new life and better time when no one was believing that one. Because listen right now, where I'm working, sometimes we used to see I don't have any idea what's gonna happen, and then suddenly it happens something. I just need to carry on. I don't have to give up. That's why I'm saying. I'm telling you this one. If anything happens, you don't have